it's definitely a growing community. I started about 18 months ago, and it was only a small niche. I think on YouTube there's only about 10 channels doing it, and there's groups on Facebook that have grown massively over the last 18 months. The group I'm in, Magnet Fishing UK, that's got about 9,000 members, and then there's a lot more YouTube channels doing it as well. So the community is growing, definitely. Come on, George, get started. Oh, like a right idiot. Oh, it's got compression.
We're away. You wouldn't believe that, would you?
No, it's dead. Yeah, it's dead.
Oh, he's killed it.
Go on. No, it's dead.
I'm amazed that turned over.
Wow, yeah.
It doesn't look that bad condition, does it, for the age of it?
I mean, just jet wash it, will it?
The only challenge is like pulling out the heavy mopeds and motorbikes, just because of the weight of them when they've got water inside them as well. That's hard to get them out, so you either need manpower, or I've designed it's almost like an engine crane, like a hydraulic crane that can lift them out. But that's heavy. That's a heavy item in itself to bring down to the canals. Apart from the tank, the frame in that don't look that bad, does it?
No.
Bobby's well getting on now. Nice. How can we leave it?
Oh shoot.
Let's stand up.
The light bulb went. Jeez.
This is Suzuki, isn't it?
Yeah. That's what I got last week. Had the Suzuki badge on it.
It's a shame that, I take it. Taking the scrap metal away is very important. So I bought a little trailer, so I'll take all the scrap metal with me. People who don't have that facility have got to rely on like scrap men to come and collect the items. That's the only challenge we face, is just removing the items after we've fished them out of the water. In magnet fishing, you can find any weird and wonderful items that's got a metal content. The most weirdest one is adult sex toys. I found quite a few, believe it or not. But then obviously we've got motorbikes, safes, weapons, shopping trolleys as usual. But yeah, anything metal we're going to find it. Wow. I think it's an old metal jug. Get the size of that, that's well cool. I think it's a jug.
I'll tell you what that is.
Heavy.
I'll tell you what that is. It's a lantern.
Is it?
Oh, brilliant. Look at that. That's amazing.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Oh God, Jesus.
Got some weight in
That's
it.
the
I
best.
feel weight in it.
Well, we said that was one of the best things he's found. That's incredible. Well done.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I thought it was a jug.
You can trace who made these. I forget who it is. It's called a kettle lantern.
So I just pulled this out. I thought it was like an old metal jug, but Kev, Magnetic G's dad, said it was an old kettle lantern. So I'm going to have to Google an image and see what it should look like. But it's heavy, and it feels like cast. But that'd make an awesome restoration project. It still smells of paraffin as well.
Oh, it smells. I can smell it from here.
You can smell it, can't you?
Genie won't come out.
So magnet fishing's a really easy hobby to get into. All you need is a recovery magnet, which you can get off eBay and Amazon, and a rope. I recommend climbing rope because it's very strong. So like go outdoors, decathlon, places like that, or even Amazon. For a really good magnet, about £45, but you can buy cheaper ones. They'll just be a little bit smaller, and that'll limit what you can find. So obviously I magnet fish bridges predominantly, because that's where people throw items from. Either it's just kids messing about or it's criminals dumping things. Most common items are shopping trolleys and scaffolding poles. Find a hell of a lot of kids' bikes and scooters. Oh yes!
Mate,
Oh,
Nigel, you found that shit, man. Nigel, what the hell?
it's a chopper.
Get out!
How?
Look at that!
What a find!
Fantastic!
What a find!
Mate, they're worth some money there.
They haven't got stamped.
Did you just pull that out, Nigel?
Yeah.
No, back in the
Oh,
day,
that is mint.
competition.
How? They didn't
Oh,
it is.
a proper rally chopper.
It is. That's brilliant.
You take that with you?
Oh.
You got to, mate.
God, yeah.
You have to, man.
Oh, that in the car.
Chopper mini.
That is brilliant.
Look at that.
Mate, it's in good condition, you know. It's not bad. That clean
They're
up.
worth fortunes. There we go. Just pulled myself out a rally chopper. I think George wants to ride it home, but
It's not constructed to carry passengers.
Mega.
that is a really good nick as well.
That's great, Nigel. Look at that.
Jesus, Nigel.
That's in good condition.
All firearms and explosives, you've got to ring the police and they'll come and either remove the item or they'll deal with it. Firearms, if you get caught with a firearm and you don't hand it in, that's an instant 7 years in prison. So it's just not worth the risk of people keeping old antique firearms. Just hand it in, get rid of it. With stuff like knives and stuff like that, we find that many of them. The police are not interested. Oh yes.
Fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
Magnetic G's just had the best find of the day.
Find it.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Ah, brilliant. The irony is, I've actually got one of these.
Have you?
Yeah, I know exactly what it is. It's a cadet. It's a BSA cadet major. Yeah.
It's a nice find, that G.
It's in it as well.
Oh my god. Best
on.
find of the day, Lord. I've just pulled out.
Nice.
BSA air rifle.
I like the edge of the wood as well. It's
Yeah.
like
It's
edge
a lovely
from
gun. You know, Stu,
Yeah.
gun.
Right, I want to find some more of
I think
them.
it's a cadet. It's not a cadet major. I think it's a cadet.
that. Should we be pirates for the day and just start capturing boats? It wasn't very creative. It was basically I couldn't figure a channel name for my YouTube channel. So I just used my Xbox gamer tag, which was generated with Microsoft. So I think you should put like Gareth in or G for Gaz, and it come up with Jurassic G. Two main things I enjoy about magnet fishing is the environment. It's just nice, peaceful and quiet, especially when the weather's nice. But the main thing is just the surprise of not knowing what's coming out of the water. You just don't know what it's going to be.
Oh my god. Best find of the day, Lord. I've just pulled out.